complaining about the deployment of police, deployment of soldiers, deployment of other security operatives who are in plain clothes, that they are doing intimidation. It is the responsibility of government to make sure that there is peace. Anything can happen. It is the responsibility of government of protecting Ugandans with all their properties, with whatever they have. So these soldiers we are seeing, these are our brothers, these are our sisters. They have not been imported from anywhere. They are our children. They are our own children, for those people who have children in the forces. So I do not see why people should complain and say, but you see they are bringing soldiers. These soldiers are trained, they are children trained from us. They are children who are gotten from our own families. So they are not strangers. Actually, if they are doing their work, they are doing the work for their own country. So these people are there to maintain peace. Whoever is complaining about those soldiers is the wrong person. But if you're not the wrong person.
And if we're to speak in line with that, do you think that the government has done enough to sensitize Ugandans on what exactly the role of these security agencies is, why they have been deployed, what exactly they are there to do, as opposed to causing that tension in the hearts of Ugandans? Because I believe sensitization is part of promoting peace when one's heart is content and understands what's going on.
I think yesterday in the press conference, and yesterday but one, the IGP came up and explained very clearly to the nation, only that it is very unfortunate that there are some people who do not have TVs, but it was also connected to radios. That's where now the government, in the next government has to think about the flow of information, that at least should be in position to make sure that every home state should be having a radio for access of information. Because this is, not to divert, this is one of the feedbacks that we got when we were carrying out the civic education. Most of the people do not get the information that is given out by government. You find people in the villages might think they're informed and yet they are not informed. But the IGP came up and said they are going to deploy accordingly, according to the Constitution of Uganda. The role of the police is to keep law and order. The role of the soldiers is to keep security. There's security, there's law and order. So here we have security, we have also law and order. But in this case, when you talk about law and order, it is within the polling station. When you talk about insecurity, there are also other people who are doing their own things that concern security. And that's why they say that if police fails to do its mandate, or if police is overwhelmed, right, then the soldiers will have to come in. This was communicated clearly with by the IGP.
Indeed.
Yes.
Now, excuse me, our time is fast spent, and I'd like for you to give us your parting shots so that we get to the field and see what the situation is on there.
As I was telling you, we are celebrating 40 years of peace. We are celebrating 40 years of unity. We are one Uganda. So those who have made it to go and vote, those who have not voted, we pray that they make the rightful decision. We pray that their mind should not really change by other people. People should vote by their own mind. Let them have the conscience of the person they want. Let them have a critical thinking of electing the leaders they want. Because as I was telling you, that when we were carrying out the civic education, we were telling people that their vote matters a lot.
Indeed.
Their vote is very important to the governance of this country.
Right. Yes. Your vote is very important to the governance of this country. That has been David Ocheng. He is a civic educator at Youth Uganda Initiative Program, a preacher of the gospel as well, and he came in peace to preach the message of peace that we all need as Ugandans. Thank you very much, David Ocheng, for blessing us with your time. Now, at this opportune time, we are getting some footage from the field to see what's transpiring in the different areas of Uganda. It's about 29 minutes left to 10 a.m. Voting started already at 7 a.m. and we want to see the different areas, if the numbers indeed are adding up, if people are turning up in large numbers. The only area so far I've had that had large numbers turning up in zeal to vote was in Luwero. Other areas saw fights, still rains and droplets of people turning up. So let's see what's transpiring in other areas. Good morning.
Electing your leaders at various elective positions is your fundamental human right. Here's how to cast your vote safely and correctly. Step 1. Go to the polling station where you're registered. Step 2. Present your national ID or voter location slip for officials to confirm your name on the register. Step 3. Your identity is verified using the Biometric Voter Verification Kit, fingerprint or face scan. Biometric verification is mandatory to ensure only eligible voters vote. Step 4. Your ballot is scanned and issued to guarantee it's valid. Step 5. Mark your choice in secret, cast your ballot and get inked. Polling runs from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Your identity protected, your vote secure. Turn up and vote. My vote, my voice.
This December, all eyes in Morocco. Africa assemble. All dreams are heading one way.
All passion, all fire.
Because here we play different.
Choose your side.
Show your colors. Bring your flag.
And we welcome you to Morocco. You guys ready?
Time to wake up.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Booza Commissioner.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotellaconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Pick of the day on UBC.
He expected me to die like within the first 2 years.
Out of the blue, the child will get pains, especially in the wrists. And this happens commonly when children are starting to walk.
Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle.
Let's talk peace. We are into the political season. The atmosphere is highly charged. There is a lot of excitement everywhere you look. But elections come and go. We all remain the same people staying in this one country. We must prioritize peace. We do not want to witness violence. No one should be throwing stones. No one should be using inciting language or abusing others. No one should use a stick against a fellow citizen. No one should use bullets or even tear gas against citizens. Instead, we should sit as brothers and sisters, as Ugandans, and discuss issues that may appear different, one camp from the other. I look forward to seeing an NRM supporter sitting with an NUP supporter and taking coffee. I want to see somebody from Arua sitting down for a cup of coffee with someone from Bugisu, from Chigezi, from Buganda. Let's learn to tolerate each other, even when we have differences between us, because that's how we are created. We are not the same. What we should appreciate is that we can all live together. Uganda is big enough for everyone. So we should respect one another. We should not incite violence. We should not in any way participate in anything that breaches the peace. That's my call to all Ugandans during this season.
This campaign is proudly organized by the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy.
Let's talk peace. My name is JB Magezi, the General Manager of YPA, the biggest goalkeepers in East Africa. Peace and stability are the two major factors that determine the fate of any business. Every businessman from whichever country would want to invest their money in a country that has both peace and political stability. As we
members of parliament representing the NRM ticket. Now the seventh that we are looking at still under the NRM ticket of Pondo, former executive director of Media Center Uganda, and has been elected unopposed to the 12th parliament, advocating elderly welfare, social protection, policy inclusion, and representing senior citizens' interests within Uganda's national legislative framework, governance, equity, dignity, and representation there. 7 of them so far that we've seen. Emmanuel Banya, we've talked about him already, and looking at 7 members of parliament so far. Now, Lillian Paparu Obiale is the 8th member of parliament ready to serve in the 12th August House under the NRM ticket. Lillian Paparo Biale is the woman member of parliament for Arua district and has been elected and opposed in 2026 general elections, representing West Nile women, focusing on community development, social services, gender advocacy and legislative participation in national parliamentary affairs, governance, inclusion, equity, representation and policy. That brings us to the 9th member of parliament unopposed under the NRM ticket, Ruth Rujoki Mushabe. She is the woman member of parliament for Chirhura district and has been elected unopposed in the 2026 general election, focusing on rural development, women empowerment, agriculture support, constituency service and active participation in Uganda's parliamentary legislative processes, governance, representation, policy, oversight, inclusion and equity. Now, the 10th member of parliament, I hope I still have my mathematics right. I believe I've counted now 10. This is the 10th, and this is Geneva Arenaitwe, still under the NRM ticket, making it 10 members of parliament that we have so far counted as those looking forward to serve under the 12th parliament. Geneva Arenaitwe is the woman member of parliament for Rubirizi district. She has been elected unopposed to the 12th parliament. She focuses on education, health, women's rights, rural development and bridging grassroots issues with national legislative priorities. Now, looking at the 11th member of parliament under the NRM ticket, already serving, looking forward to serving under the 12th parliament is Emily Kugonza, a Ugandan politician and incumbent member of parliament for Buyanja East constituency in Chibare district, elected unopposed ahead of the 2026 general elections after no other candidate was validly nominated for the seat. He or she, Emily ideally is a female name, but the picture we see on the screen is a male, and elected right there. So far we've counted 11 members of parliament, nominated candidates, 83,597 candidates altogether. Elective positions for these candidates are 32. And looking at the polling stations we have for the 2026 general elections, 50,739 polling stations in 71,214 villages, all in Uganda, expected to vote for their member of parliament and president of Uganda. Registered voters are 21,681,491 people. Women making it to 53%, more than the men, of course, who are at 47%. That is about 10 million men, over 10 million men voting, expected to vote today, and over 11 million women expected to vote today. That is the gender breakdown for you. But even in the 2021 general elections, women were sought to have been higher in number of registered voters than the men. Voter count per region, looking at the West Nile, 1,394,343 people. In the northern, 2,074,138. Karamoja has 425,044 people. Central has 1,003,745. The Eastern has 1,096,255 people. And the Elgon region has 2,188,393. The Western has 2,748,917. Southwest has 2,724,108. Kampala has the highest number, 5,871,635. And Kira has 2,154,893 voter count per region as it stands on there. Now, looking at the elective positions that we do have 8 presidential candidates And directly elected members of parliament, we do have 2020 for Busiro East. MP Noop was disqualified due to expired academic documents. Elizabeth Kankwanzi, an aspirant for Youth MP, was disqualified due to nomination papers that were invalidated due to some irregularities, and Elizabeth was under the NRM, for anyone who might be watching. And excuse me, and we are only able to communicate via text message.
My name is JB Magezi, the General Manager of YPA, the biggest goatkeepers in East Africa. Peace and stability are the two major factors that determine the fate of any business. Every businessman from whichever country would want to invest their money in a country that has both peace and political stability. As we head to our 15th day of January 2026, I urge each and every youth around to go and vote, because that single vote will still determine the fate of Uganda, tomorrow's Uganda. We are all Ugandans and we all have that right to vote. But putting in our minds that we are voting for peace and stability, for the better Uganda, the better future, and the better businesses, both locally and internationally. I, as JB Magezi, and on behalf of YPA, we vote for peace and stability. I wish you all the best as we prepare ourselves for 15th January 2026.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. Hello everyone, my name is Crispus Arinite. As we navigate through the election period, I want to encourage my fellow youth. Let's stay calm. Let's keep the peace. Uganda is our home, is our country. And if we destroy it, we'll have no other home.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. I am Dr. Desmond Tudrale from Gulu. I am the Chief Executive Officer for Gulu Medical Imaging Consultants. Uganda is going into elections, and we are urging that every citizen should come for election in large numbers to come and choose their leaders. It is a democratic process. We vote for the leaders we wish for, and I urge all the citizens to avoid hate speeches and fighting over candidacy. I ask God to protect all the citizens to be able to see the new generation of leaders we are going to vote next week. God bless you all. God bless Uganda.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Hello, I'm called Eri Twineo Kamugisha. I am an economist. I am an author. I wish you good voting. I wish you a good day on the 15th of January, because that day is important for you and me, for my children, for your children, for our grandchildren. Prosperity is a choice, and we have to choose prosperity. Let's not forget history. Let's not forget where we were, where we came from, where we are now, and where we are going. Who will be the right driver politically to take us forward? Because we need an economy that will grow. We need regional integration. We need markets. We need security. You have seen almost most of our neighbors are in turmoil, political challenges, political instability. We don't need this. We need sustained growth. And we have seen that a country, when it has peace and security, can develop. Uganda has come a long way, and I wish that you vote rightly, because after January, the future is in your hands.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Now, as we draw close to the election day, I'd like to address you as critical stakeholders in the future of Uganda. As mothers of this nation, I call upon you to use your platform to promote peace. We are the cement that fortifies the house of Uganda. We can therefore protect the peace of our country because one cannot raise dust on a cement floor. Therefore, if we learn to do what ensures that we get results, that is to pray to the loving, living God who has kept this country for close to 40 years in peace, then we will preserve the peace. If we say no to violence, then there will be no violence. God will give us the victory that will open doors for us from this day to know that we can be unstoppable.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Dear people of Masaka, elections must never divide us, but instead strengthen our shared vision of building a promising future for our motherland. Our call to you, dear brothers and sisters: 1. Always pray for peace.
Emirembe ekiseera kino mu byobufuzi nti abantu bali mu bibira ebyenjawulo, oyinza okusiŋŋaana omuntu omu awagira kirala nga wagalira kirala, naye obuzibu bwe buli nti awagira kyotawagira olowooza nti mulabe, naye ye bw'ategeera naawe bw'otegeera.
Yes. So tubasaba tubeere ba mpisa, tubeere ba mirembe.
Let Greater Masaka, from the trading centers to the villages, be a place of dialogue, not chaos.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I'm here called Odong Godi. I'm a driver here in Gulumen Bus Park, Gulu City. I'm a true citizen of Uganda. Now it's time for voting. Surely I have to vote wisely so that I do what I need as a citizen. Thank you very much.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Hi guys, we are going into the elections as a country. My job, your job is to pray that God himself will choose for us the best leaders, whether they are in this party or in this party. As long as it is God who has chosen them, then he will be with them. May God help us as we vote. Also, I encourage all my young people, make sure you stay alive to see your future. Be peaceful, don't fight. Someday I saw a guy getting a rock and telling a guy with a gun, Okorechi, Okorechi. I'm like, come on, you have a future to protect. Make sure you are peaceful. Even though your wife, your sister, your brother does not vote your side, make sure you stay alive together as you wait for the future that you are believing for. Stay peaceful, stay calm, and pray.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Praise the Lord, dear brethren. My name is Reverend Namara Betty. I am a curate here at All Saints Church in Barogreta. All of you know that on 15th this month, we have general elections. But my calling is that let us have elections with peace. Because we know that as Christians, we know that Christ is our peace. And we have to protect this peace. And again, as citizens of Uganda, it is our responsibility to choose leaders. So don't go home and sit down and say, mine is already done, I'm not going for elections because I'm a Christian, so I cannot go for elections. No, 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 no. You are a citizen of Uganda and we are allowed to go for elections. But my calling this time is that let us have elections, but with peace. Choose wisely, wait for God's working. We know that whoever God chooses will be the person that will be fit for our country.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Jay-Z was a very shy kid who faced many challenges in his life. He lived in poverty, and at the age of 11, his father abandoned the family. That was one of the most traumatic moments that crushed him and filled him with pain and anger. Even though he was just a kid, he felt a responsibility to take care of his mom. So the young boy, who was actually a good student, dropped out of school and started selling in his already dangerous neighborhood drugs to make some money. He later realized what he was doing was wrong, but at that moment, it was just a way to survive for him. So at the age of 16, he was arrested for the first time. Fortunately, he was able to turn some of his hardships into music and became an amazing lyricist, so much that he would often compete and win freestyle competitions. In search for better rhymes, he even read the dictionary from cover to cover. Jay-Z found a way to survive this difficult period of his life through his music, but he couldn't get a record deal and was rejected many times, so he and his friends would park by some popular area and blast his music from the car. And when people would come over to ask who is rapping, Jay-Z would sell them his CDs right out of the trunk. He was trying very hard to get a record deal, but not a single label would sign him. But actually, that turned out to be a good thing, because it led him to establish his own record company called Rockefeller Records. And through the years, Jay-Z became a famous rapper and entrepreneur. His powerful mindset to not give up and fight for your goals no matter where you started made him one of the most successful hip-hop artists of all time. He became one of the world's best-selling musicians. He sold more than 100 million records and won 22 Grammys. So the boy who lived in poverty and did all kinds of things to survive transformed his life and became the world's first billionaire rapper. But how Jay-Z accomplished all of that? Belief in oneself, in knowing who you are. That's the foundation of everything great. You have to have such a strong belief in yourself that you can quiet out all the outside noise, because you're going to need that on every step of the way.
With all the reporters that I've been able to speak to and speak with, Remiaga, the BVVKs failed, William Street, the BVVKs failed, and Usafi Electoral Commission officials delayed. Now let's see what transpired at the railway polling station in the early hours of the morning as Ugandans got to vote for their president.
Of the Uganda. Yes, good morning once again. You are still live on UBC TV, and we are now coming to you from here at the Uganda Railways grounds. That's how I'll term it. In front of me there is a petrol station here near the offices of the Uganda Railway, and where we normally get driving permits. I want you to give you the real geographical picture. There is a place here where normally trucks park. There are 3 big polling stations, and in this place people have already started voting. As you can see in my background, there is a voter here who is just going to cast his ballot after ticking his candidates of choice, and they are casting their ballot. They are starting with the president, the woman MP, then directly elected MP, as the parliamentary elections and the presidential are today. So this is still Kampala Central. Just to remind you, we have the elections for the president. We have President Museveni, Bobi Wine, Chagulanyi, Kasibante Robert, Elton Joseph Mabirizi, Frank Bulira, and there are 8 of them. Then there is the woman MP. There is the NRM has, the NUP has. Then there is also the Kampala Central MP, because this is still Kampala Central. The turn up for now, I would say, is good, because if it is just 9:30 and the lines have these kind of numbers, one would say the turn up is really good. By 2 p.m. I'm sure the lines will be very long, and a good number of people will have managed to cast their ballots. The polling stations are 3. There is just one behind me here. There is another one on the left, and there is another one on the right. Actually, there are 4 polling stations around these grounds. There is a gentleman here who is trying to guide the voters as they come in. We will find out what his role is. I don't know whether we can talk to him to get to know what exactly his role is, because I've seen him guiding voters as they come in. Sir, good morning. Fine. We have seen you guiding voters as they come in here. What is your role here? There is a Ugandan watching you in this camera.
I'm just directing, helping people. I'm just directing them how to vote and where to cast their votes from.
Okay, what is your name?
Obo.
Just that?
Ibrahim.
Obo Ibrahim. So are you a voter here?
I'm a voter here.
Okay, so how did you start? How was the opening of the polling stations here? How easy or difficult was it? Did you find any challenges, or
the challenges were on the machines? The machines took time to start working, so they started at around 9.
What was the problem with them?
The problems I don't know. I don't know the problem.
But they delayed you?
They delayed us.
Okay. But finally they opened and...
They opened and we started. Yes, they are using the machines.
Okay.
And we started voting at around 9.
Okay, now you who has witnessed, how has this machine, what is its contribution to the process?
I don't know.
All right, that is at the railway station, but an update coming through is that in Remiaga, General Shandi is going to vote as we speak right now. Let's have a look at what is transpiring there and see how his experience is going to take shape. Uganda goes to the polls 2026. You are watching UBC TV. Indeed, as you can see on the screen, this is where Ivan Kawa is located. That is General Shandi being directed and given ballot papers, ballot material to be guided to cast his own vote.
A presiding officer here.
Shande has arrived at the polling station where he does vote from, and he has already passed where the presiding officer of this polling station is receiving the voters at this polling station. General Shando right there is waiting for the other 2 voters who are still ahead. They are having some interaction, and from what I can hear, there is a ballot paper that has been a little bit torn. That is the information I'm hearing, and that's why the process is at standstill as of now. I can see the other voter has moved back, and the female already is at the Benson ticking her favorite presidential candidate. That first box is for the presidential candidates. Now you can see here the general is advising. I think there is a confrontation there, but we will be monitoring to see what exactly is happening. Well, I will go close there to see what exactly is happening at this polling station. Well, for now, there must be an issue with the ballot paper here, but there is an interaction that the general is making, but from when he's done with voting, we shall be able to ask him what exactly he is witnessing right now. He will explain to us what has transpired therein, but the voting is still going on smoothly, and other people are already going on with the exercise. So right there, he is moving, and then he's going to cast his vote. You know, right there, he's at the first basin where he's supposed to tick from the presidential candidate of his choice. That is Brigadier General Ashande, 1-star general. Those who already see the red collars on the UPDF uniform with a coat of arms and 1 star, that is the rank he is holding in the Uganda People's Defense Forces. General Ashande right there, ticking. For those who are listening to UBC and watching UBC, listening to other radio stations, Nabari Kusta TV, we are in Lwemiyaga County, where General Ashande is in the race with Theodro Sechikubo. It is a hotly contested area, hotly contested position. We all remember what happened during the nomination of these specific candidates. It was all excitement. It was all a lot of words that were said between these people. One saying that you have been in parliament for quite some good time. It's high time that an army officer retired can come in to transform the lives of these people. However, we drove from Zimbabwe right to this place. The road is still dusty. That's what I faced, and you know, so if you're not careful enough, you might reach here when you're all brown. General Ashande there is done with ticking the presidential candidate of his choice, and is being guided by the polling agent. That is the role they have. Right there, the polling agent helps the general too. There you go. The president has been voted by General Ashande. Now he is proceeding to the next box for members of parliament. I think this is where he is supposed to vote for himself or the other rival, if he decides to do so. There, the general casts his vote. That's for the members of parliament. And then he will proceed to the other box. Well, I think he has looked at UBC and is like, hey, I should talk to these guys, but we shall be having him. Right there, woman members of parliament. He is done voting, so he will put the thumb at the ink. There you go. Signify. You know, he's a very playful gentleman, so you can't be around him without laughing. So he's already done now. That signifies that he has already voted. So we are going to be speaking with General Ashande, and we get to hear an update from him regarding the exercise. Well, I think now the process is standstill. I think because we are having a general here, and apparently, but they have started allowing in other people. I wasn't seeing others coming in, but they have already allowed in other people to come and engage into the process. So we are going to speak to General Ashande shortly, so that he can give us an update regarding how he has seen the exercise. Polling agent, can you help us, guide us on how we can, so that, All right, General, kindly, you could come here close.
First of all, I want to clear what you were talking. I heard you saying that we are bringing confusion. No, you cannot destroy one paper and you go back and you return the destroyed one and they give you a new one. Because there is no single person who has 2 ballot papers. Okay?
Yes, General, we were actually waiting for you to explain to us what was happening, but you have really made it clear, sir.
Yes, there is no individual that has 2 ballot papers at a go. When when the other one is destroyed, the way you have done it, you put it in, that is a destroyed ballot.
It becomes invalid.
It becomes invalid.
You're not given a second one.
You're not given a second one. Because you can vote for other people. Yes, but then you don't go back because somebody there supports the person you are voting for, then he takes you to get another ballot paper. That's not correct. Because every Ugandan must exercise his right to vote. So when you take 2, it means that you have taken papers for 2 people. Yeah.
So, General, briefly, we saw you come in. Tell us, how have you seen the exercise right from the first desk?
I think it is clear. Maybe I have not seen any problem right from up there, up to here. I have not seen any problem. I've just come from home. I just want to go around and see how people are voting. And
we've had information that the BVK machines in the constituency have failed to work. Have you?
It's not in the constituency. It's in the country. In the whole of Uganda. It's not in the country. It has just been cleared now that people should actually go ahead and vote without the machines. These are machines, and we are people. So people can govern themselves without the machines. After all, it's the people that govern the machines. So what is the problem?
Asante. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. Good. Well, mu Uganda, mpozi tulina stative vigeno. Abo Uganda so
Uganda no Uganda rwange ngaro riringa.
All right, that is General Emmanuel Rashande, who's been speaking there at the time where Edmond Bwire with 960 votes, former State Minister for Animal Husbandry Joy Kabatsi with 471 votes, and Jacob Kato, who came last with 11 votes. But Remiaga is in the parliamentary race, has attracted 5 aspirants altogether, away now from the primaries into what we are voting for today. 5 aspirants, including, of course, the incumbent Theodore Sechikubo and, of course, Major General Rashande, and others there to look into, indeed, are Isaac Museveni Tumusime of the National Unity Platform, and Mr. Joseph Migade Amoti, who is on the independent ticket. Keep in mind that Honorable Theodore Sechikubo has served Remiaga County for now 25 years as a member of parliament, and he's still contesting for your vote to go back to the August House under the 12th Parliament. It's UBC TV that you're watching. Uganda goes to the polls 2026. We bring you footage from different areas. So far, what we have studied and learned from the different reports coming in from the different areas, Remiaga, Sebabule generally in different areas, the BVVKs have failed. Same applies to here, even in Kampala. Jethro Kasaiji reported that it took time, voting took time to start as early as possible because the BVVKs failed there as well. Usafi, the issue there was delayed electoral commission officials coming in late, and at the railway polling station, the machines also took their time and in fact started at about 9 a.m. to function. So it looks like the BVVKs have been quite an issue, and yes, they were an issue of conversation even at their point of introduction. Part of their reason for being introduced and being used was to avoid or prevent issues like ballot stuffing. But reminding you that we have 8 presidential aspirants, and as you can see on your screen, we do have candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni under the NRM ticket, and candidate Mugisha Muntu under the ANT ticket, Robert Chagulanyi representing the NUP ticket, and Nandala Mafabi of the FDC representing the FDC ticket indeed, CMP Common Man's Party Munyagwa Mubarak and CP Joseph Mabirizi, as well as NPP Robert Kasivante and RPP Burira Frank Kabinga, who are representing the NRM party. Going back to their profiles, candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was born on the 15th of September in the year 1944 in Tungamo district, and many wonder how he got his name Museveni. But indeed, as he always tells the story, his father was one of those who fought in the World War II, and he served under the 7th Battalion, and that's how he named his son Museveni. Kubayali Museveni, the father was a Museveni, Bariba Museveni, and that's how he named his son Museveni Kaguta Yoweri. Candidate Museveni is a veteran Ugandan politician, revolutionary leader and soldier who has served as president of Uganda since 26 January 1986, and he was educated at Chamate Primary School, Mbarara High School, Ntare School, and the University of Dar es Salaam, where he studied economics and political science and became deeply involved in Pan-African and liberation ideologies. Now, Museveni led the National Resistance Army to power after a 5-year guerrilla war that ended years of political instability under his leadership. And Uganda has experienced relative stability, economic liberalization, and growth in infrastructure, education, healthcare. Now, let's look at candidate Robert Kyagulanyi, who is popularly known as Bobby Wine. Excuse me. Born on the 12th of February 1982 in Gomba district, and is a Ugandan politician, musician, activist, and former ghetto youth icon. Educated at Makerere University, where he studied music, dance, and drama, Kyagulanyi built a very successful musical career using his art to highlight poverty, corruption, and social injustice. He entered or joined formal politics in 2017 after winning the Chadondo East parliamentary by-election as an independent candidate. He later became president of the National Unity Platform, Uganda's largest opposition party in the parliament, in the 11th parliament. Bobby Wine emerged as leading symbol of youth-led political change and contested in the 2021 general elections for presidency, making his second time as a candidate in the presidential race. That is FDC's Nandala Nathan Mafabi, born 17th January 1966 in Sironko district, where he, by the way, is voting from today as well. And he is a Ugandan politician, economist, and seasoned legislator. He studied economics at Makerere University and later earned a master's degree in development economics from the University of Manchester in United Kingdom. Mafabi has served multiple terms as Member of Parliament for Budadiri West and is a senior leader of the Forum for Democratic Change, where he has served as Secretary General. He also chaired Parliament's Public Accounts Committee, gaining national prominence for exposing financial mismanagement and promoting accountability in government. Known for his firm oversight role and grassroots mobilization skills. Now, right now, let's head to a message by the chairman of the Electoral Commission as he speaks to us right now.
Why would they refuse them? For instance,
a very good morning,
the candidates should have issued or given copies of the register of a polling station to their candidates who are assigned to that polling station. The candidate reports to the polling station and hands in his or her letter of appointment or introduction to the presiding officer. The agents are provided for in law, and the agents are entitled to have a register which has been issued by the Electoral Commission. So anyone who attempts to deny an agent from getting to the station with a register is wrong. If it can be, if any such person can be in a polling station has such issues, we shall address them. Every agent is entitled to come to the polling station with a register issued by candidate. It is not the responsibility of the Electoral Commission to give candidates agents registers at the polling station.
Justice, you appeared not once, not twice, assuring the nation that these machines, the BVVK, would be functional. What was the cause of this failure?
Well, that's true. We made every effort. We informed the country, we informed the citizens. These machines are going to be at the polling stations. We have dispatched them, we have deployed them, but for technical reasons which we are still trying to verify, because now our major focus really is now, and let me make this very clear. Our major focus as a commission now is that the people of Uganda who are registered voters are not disenfranchised. That is our major focus now. As to what precisely happened that has made these machines virtually all over not to function, we are going to look into that. But we cannot say let the people's choice be put on hold until we have sorted out the issue of the machines. We cannot put the desire to have these machines functioning over and above the constitutional right of the people of Uganda to choose their leader, provided they have a legitimate record, and that is the voters register in which they participated by registering themselves, by indicating where they want to vote from. So as to what exactly happened and as to what we promised, yes, we agree with them, but this is not the first time I have seen people preparing spacecrafts, go to Mars, go to the moon. The thing takes off within a few minutes. What happens? Haven't you seen that?
But it will dent your reputation as the EC.
I think to me, the issue is not the reputation of the EC. The issue is, have the people of Uganda been allowed to exercise their constitutional right in the midst, despite the circumstances, despite the challenges? Have the people of Uganda been allowed to exercise their constitutional right? Have they been enabled to go to the polling station and cast their votes and choose leaders of their choice? To me, that is what is important. It is not what becomes of Yabakama or any of the commissioners is not an issue. That's not important. What is important is for the people of Uganda to exercise their constitutional right and vote their leaders, provided that process is within the legal framework, the Constitution and the electoral laws, the Electoral Commission Act, the Presidential Elections Act, and the Parliamentary Elections Act. And I want to say, as we stand now, all those legal provisions are being complied with in the context or in the context of, is there voters registered at every polling station? Yes, there is. Are there printed ballot papers at polling stations? Yes, they are. Are the people going to be given this ballot? Are these people going to be properly identified? Yes, they are, using the register. Will they be issued the ballot papers so that they can cast their votes? Yes, they are going to be issued those papers. So to me, that is the most important thing. What is important is for the right of the people of Uganda to exercise their power, their free will to choose their leaders. Not the reputation of the commission. Yes, we need a good reputation, whether it is dented or not. To me, I think the primary thing is let the people cast their vote. And I think as we talk now, we have already sent messages to our people on the ground, and we are saying, please let the people vote, use the register. Yes, kakati kiriwo kiti nti okulonda kutandika essaawa emu ne kukomerekezeddwa essaawa 10 si kyekyo yadde tutandise kikeererezi naye bw'ogenda ku polling station nga kati kiri kikugaana kugenda ku polling station mu budde nga kati bw'onoobeera ku polling station lw'okuba nti abantu batandise kulonda kikeererezi nti essaawa zigenda kuwera 10 abantu bakyali mu layini abo bajja kulonda bagenda kulonda naye kakati gwe bw'onojja luvannyuma lw'essaawa 10 so nga ate wandibadde ojja mu budde kati tujja kukkirizibwa kulonda kubanga ekikuleese kikeererezi sigamba nti olwokuba nga obuumu obwakoze eki bwafudde naye kakati tuli mu ssaawa zigenda mu ssaawa 5 message era mwebale nnyo okujja bamawulire mbeebaza nnyo kyemanyi mugenda okutongooza message eno mugisaasaanye wonna nti abantu bakkiriziddwa okulonda kulina okgenda mu maaso abantu bagende balonde kasa bali mu nnyiriri z'abalonzi oba olukalala lw'abalonzi mu register ku polling station balonde essaawa 10 bwezinakusanga tonalonda ssebo nnyabo ojja kulonda okulonda kunaakomekereza ssaawa 11 mpaka balonzi baweddeyo naye tugamba nti ali okuba nti obuuma bwafudde kati nze sijja kgendayo oba naagendayo ssaawa 11 n'ekitundu tojja kukkirizibwa kulonda ssebo nnyabo genda nga bukyali ng'essaawa 10 tezinawera bajja kukkiriza olonde ebintu era kakasa nti njagala kakasa abantu ba Uganda nti akalulu kano yadde obuuma ekigendererwa ky'obuuma kyali kiki kigendererwa ky'obuuma kyali okuyamba okukakasa gundi mulonzi ng'ate tukikola mu bwangu ekintu nga tukikola mu bwangu naye bwe kubanga obuuma tibuganje tekitegeeza nti okulonda tikusobola genda mu maaso nedda ate bw'otunulira mu ssemateeka ekintu ekiri mu ssemateeka ye register bw'otunulira amateeka go by'okulonda ku bwa president okulonda kwa ba member of parliament okulonda kwa gavumenti z'ebitundu ekiri mu mateeka ago gonna ye register kati register weeri ku polling station zonna abalonzi we bali era bagenda okusooka okumanyira bw'oleeta era papula tubagamba musobola okugenda maaso kujja n'obupapula bwammwe voter allocation slip oba gundi ndangamuntu yo ogiweeyo bakobeere mu register naye kati mu kifo ky'obuuyisa ku buuma obuuma engeri gye bugizeemu bubaddemu n'ensonga tugenda kutunula mu register era okulonda kugenda mu maaso bulungi.
Sentebeka n'okwogedde mu luzungu kino tekigenda kuleetera abantu kulowooza nti kisinafu akakikoko kanafu kubanga mwaleese obuuma ne butakola kiraga ki?
Kakati ekyo kyonze ku lwange era wenjogerera kati eyo si nsonga nkulu oba akakiiko bakalabanga kanafu oba ateekakoze omulimu bulungi ekikulu nnyo olw'obuuma obutakola ensonga nkulu nti bannayuganda baweereddwa omwagaanya baweereddwa omukisa okulonda abalonzi baabwe nga bwe baagala olunaku lwaleero okulonda kugenze mu maaso okusinziira mu mateeka y'ensonga nkulu nnyo. Sigamba nti oba byabakama bamutunulira batya oba bantunulira bubi bantunulira bulungi esisonga nkulu. Nze Uganda yenye kulembeza singa nga byabakama kubanga nze byabakama sisinga Uganda obunene ate sisinga Uganda obukulu oba importance. Naye kikulu nnyo kiri nti bannayuganda abaaweebwa obuyinza omusemateeka baweereddwa omukisa wadde obuuma buno bwekyanze oba bufunyemu ebizibu naye bafunye omukisa ne basobola okulonda nga bukiragirwa mu mateeka oba ne musemateeka era nze ngamba ssebo nyabo bwekityo kigenda kubeera.
Nsaba onkwongere bannayuganda nga
Thank you. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. Justice Byabakama. Now, yes, he's heading back to the field and we're back to the studio. Thank you.
That was the voice of Justice Simon Byabakama, who indeed said that they are, as the Electoral Commission, they are yet to confirm and understand what is behind the failure of technology with the biometric voter verification kits. But he has insisted and told Ugandans, go and vote. At least let's use the registers, the manual way, the organic way of using registers, but do not stay at home because the BVVK has failed. And indeed, he has insisted that voting stops at 4 p.m. But whoever will be in queue by 4 p.m., even if you're in the queue and it's to end at 6 p.m., you will be allowed to vote for as long as by 4 p.m. you are already queuing. But if you come after 4 p.m., you will not be allowed to vote. That means keep your time and make sure that before 4 p.m. you are in the queue ready to cast your vote. Now let's head to Rwachtura and hear from Onyango Nobat, who is at the location, the very same location where candidate Museveni votes from and is expected to cast his vote from. Good morning, Onyango.
Good morning, Julie and our viewers of UBC TV. It is a very peaceful and very exciting day here in Rwachtura, as you said. We are just standing on the soil where the President of the Republic of Uganda will be casting his vote here in Rwachtura. This polling station is called the Karo High School Rwachtura, but there are two polling stations with the voting turnout expected to be around 997, and of course the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, will be among those voters who will be coming in here to cast their vote. We are voting for the President and members of Parliament, and this is an exercise which has seen us go through the campaigns for all the 3 months. And today is the day every Ugandan has been waiting. All signs are clear that His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda is not very far from us. Within a few minutes, not more than even 10 minutes, he will be making his way here in company of the First Lady to cast the votes. At the polling station, as you can see from different angles here, voting is ongoing. They're not waiting for the President to cast their vote, but voters at exactly 8 started casting their vote for the two positions, the two members of Parliament and that of President. And this is an exercise we hope it will go on up to 4 p.m. and tallying will thereafter commence. The president will be coming in here, and as media will be giving you as UBC the live images of when the head of state arrives here, the steps he will be taken through to cast his vote. Just like any other voter, he will also be taken into the procedures as guided by the Electoral Commission, where he has to verify that indeed is a registered voter. To give you a back history, that the president, this is where almost every time he has casted his vote from, and there's no doubt that his names are in the register of those who are eligible to vote, because he took it upon himself to come and verify the name. When the party he heads, NRM, had primaries, the president also came in that situation to ensure that he cross-checks his credentials, not to miss out an opportunity of casting the vote for the leaders he wants to lead this country in the coming 5 years. So there's no doubt that he is not in the register. That was done and dusted, and he's just coming to conclude up the exercise, which started a few months ago, and almost now we are coming at the climax. As he gets here, we shall be giving you the images, and whatever will be happening here, I'm meant to understand that he will be talking to us after casting his vote, and probably the first lady, I'm aware, doesn't vote from this polling station, but that does not stop her from accompanying the father of the nation to come and take part into this noble exercise. Voting, as you can see on your screens, is going on peacefully, successfully. The situation is still very calm, and so far we have seen no challenge as far as this exercise is concerned. We were supposed to speak to the returning officer. Let me see if there's an opportunity of talking to Madam Komuhanji. Then he keeps us engaged as we wait for the arrival of the president. But our viewers, we shall keep here in Rwakitura throughout the entire day, probably throughout the entire exercise up to the day of declaring the results, to ensure that you don't miss anything in as far as the presidency of Uganda is concerned. It is the 15th of January 2026, and I know my brother, my sister, my mother, my uncle, my aunt, and the rest, this is the day you have waited for the last, I think, 1 year, when the Electoral Commission rolled up the exercise of preparing or even leading us to this exercise. Julie, I can take 1 or 2 questions, but as we wait for the arrival of the head of state, who is expected here a few moments from now.
Conversation with the returning officer to ask her a thing or two. Could you please just share with us what the situation with the biometric voter verification kits is like at that location at Karo High School polling station?
But the fact that voting is going on, I would anticipate everything is moving on well as it was planned by Electoral Commission. But we will get the returning officers to shed light about that particular incident. But so far, we have not had any complaint from the voters who have already casted their vote, meaning the biometric voter verification devices are working. But if there is one incident, we will confirm that from the managers of this exercise here, and then we will give you the credible information in as far as that one is concerned. But as I said earlier, voting is going on successfully. People are coming in, people are lining, people are being verified, they are voting, and they are not keeping at the polling station as some candidates or parties have always emphasized. Whoever casts his or her vote is expected to move or even watch this exercise from a required distance of the 200 meters. And many are doing that. After casting their vote, they are going back into their homes. They will be probably come back in the evening to witness the counting and the tallying of the votes counted or casted within the day. So security-wise, the deployment is under the Uganda Police Force. The constables are around, and that is the situation at this particular polling station where I'm standing. There are 2 polling stations here at Karo High School with a voting population of 997.
Right. Indeed, I wanted to hear from you regarding the security deployment, given that it's the location where the president of Uganda also votes from, who is also a candidate right now. I just wanted you to paint a detailed picture of what the security is like, what the deployment is like, but also what the views of those who are coming to vote are in regards to the security deployment in that particular polling station.
Yes, the fact being that this is a polling station of the head of state, you would expect a more robust security approach in terms of how to secure the president. He is a candidate, but we should not also forget that he is the president, the sitting president of the Republic of Uganda. So the security for the president is around this polling station, but it is not interfering, or it is not even moving close to the polling station. I mean, the polling area. Like I said, the police constables are around to ensure that they are in charge of the polling exercise. The head of state security is just keeping a distance to ensure that they put in place whatever is required to ensure that the president moves in here peacefully, casts his vote, and automatically leaves after casting his vote. And I know after that they will also leave, and this place will ensure purely remain in the hands of the Uganda police and the sister agencies who are attached, who are connected, who have been charged with the responsibility of making sure that they protect the Ugandans across the entire country as they cast this vote. So the security situation is not alarming, it's not causing any havoc here, but of course they are here to ensure that they prepare for the president, and as soon as he leaves, they will also leave. Madam Julia and the Ugandans who are watching us, then police is on ground to ensure that they are the managers in terms of security, to ensure that this exercise be a success at the end of the day.
All right. Thank you very much, Onyango. We'll definitely be getting back to you in regards to what you'll get from the president after he casts his vote as to his experience, but I'm also looking forward to hearing from the returning officer the experience she has had in conducting the exercise. We shall get back to you in a brief after, of course, indeed, the president or the candidate Museveni casts his vote. So thank you so much, Onyango, and the whole UBC team that is on that side. Uganda goes to the polls 2026. Robert is coming up with another conversation regarding democracy, the history of democracy in Uganda. Let's first have a short break, and in just a bit, that means do not go away. In a blink of an eye, if I could paint it like that, Robert will be on to make sure that he also takes you through the history of Uganda's democracy. You are watching UBC TV. My name is Julie F. Nantaba, and indeed an honor to serve you as Ugandans. We are here to make sure that we walk the story as Uganda writes its history for the 2026 general elections. Good morning.
Pick of the day on UBC.
He expected me to die like within the first 2 years. Out of the blue, the child will get pains, especially in the wrists. And this happens commonly when children are starting to walk.
Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out.
Let's talk peace.
I'm urging all youth, I'm urging all Ugandans, please, let's have a peaceful elections this time round. Let's vote peacefully. After voting, let's walk back home. Let's protect our gains. Let's be peaceful. Please, let's gather in numbers. Let's go and vote peacefully. Then we go home peacefully. Thank you.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
My name is JB Magezi, the General Manager of YPA, the biggest goatkeepers in East Africa. Peace and stability are the two major factors that determine the fate of any business. Every businessman from whichever country would want to invest their money in a country that has both peace and political stability. As we head to our 15th day of January 2026, I urge each and every youth around to go and vote, because that single vote will still determine the fate of Uganda, tomorrow's Uganda. We are all Ugandans and we all have that right to vote. But putting in our minds that we are voting for peace and stability, for the better Uganda, the better future and the better businesses, both locally and internationally. I, as JB Magezi, and on behalf of YPA, we vote for peace and stability. I wish you all the best as we prepare ourselves for 15 January 2026.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. Hello everyone, my name is Crispus Arinite. As we navigate through the election period, I want to encourage my fellow youth. Let's stay calm. Let's keep the peace. Uganda is our home, is our country. And if we destroy it, we'll have no other home.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I am Dr. Desmond Tudrale from Gulu. I am the Chief Executive Officer for Gulu Medical Imaging Consultants. Uganda is going into elections, and we are urging that every citizen should come for election in large numbers to come and choose their leaders. It is a democratic process. We vote for the leaders we wish for, and I urge all the citizens to avoid hate speeches and fighting over candidacy. I ask God to protect all the citizens to be able to see the new generation of leaders we are going to vote next week. God bless you all. God bless Uganda.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Hello, I'm called Eric Twineo Kamugisha. I am an economist. I am an author. I wish you good voting. I wish you a good day on the 15th of January, because that day is important for you and me, for my children, for your children, for our grandchildren. Prosperity is a choice, and we have to choose prosperity. Let's not forget history. Let's not forget where we were, where we came from, where we are now, and where we are going. Who will be the right driver politically to take us forward? Because we need an economy that will grow. We need regional integration. We need markets. We need security. You have seen almost most of our neighbors are in turmoil, political challenges, political instability. We don't need this. We need sustained growth. And we have seen that a country, when it has peace and security, can develop. Uganda has come a long way, and I wish that you vote rightly, because after January, the future is in your hands.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Now, as we draw close to the election day, I'd like to address you as critical stakeholders in the future of Uganda. As mothers of this nation, I call upon you to use your platform to promote peace. We are the cement that fortifies the house of Uganda. We can therefore protect the peace of our country, because one cannot raise dust on a cement floor. Therefore, if we learn to do what ensures that we get results, that is to pray to the loving, living God who has kept this country for close to 40 years in peace, then we will preserve the peace. If we say no to violence, then there will be no violence. God will give us the victory that will open doors for us from this day to know that we can be unstoppable.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Dear people of Masaka, elections must never divide us, but instead strengthen our shared vision of building a promising future for our motherland. Our call to you, dear brothers and sisters: 1. Always pray for peace.
Emirembe ekiseera kino mu byobufuzi nti abantu bali mu bibiina ebyenjawulo, oyinza okusiŋŋaana omuntu omu awagira kirala ng'awagira kirala, naye obuzibu bwe buli nti awagira ky'otawagira olowooza nti mulabe, naye ye bw'ategeera naawe bw'otegeera.
Yes. So tubasaba tubeere ba mpisa, tubeere ba mirembe.
Let Greater Masaka, from the trading centers to the villages, be a place of dialogue, not chaos.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I'm here called Odong Godi. I'm a driver here in Gulumen Bus Park, Gulu City. I'm a true citizen of Uganda. Now it's time for voting. Surely I have to vote wisely so that I do what I need as a citizen. Thank you very much.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. Hi guys, we are going into the elections as a country. My job, your job is to pray that God himself will choose for us the best leaders, whether they are in this party or in this party. As long as it is God who has chosen them, then he will be with them. May God help us as we vote. Also, I encourage all my young people, make sure you stay alive to see your future. Be peaceful, don't fight. Someday I saw a guy getting a rock and telling a guy with a gun, Okolechi, Okolechi. I'm like, come on, you have a future to protect. Make sure you are peaceful. Even though your wife, your sister, your brother does not vote your side, make sure you stay alive together as you wait for the future that you are believing for. Stay peaceful, stay calm, and pray.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Praise the Lord, dear brethren. My name is Reverend Namara Betty. I am a curate here at All Saints Church in Barrow Greater. All of you know that on 15th this month, we have general elections. But my calling is that let us have elections with peace. Because we know that as Christians, we know that Christ is
disenfranchised on account of a machine failure or machine failure. So this is the statement I wish to make to the nation.
Okay, Chair, it's cited that this problem is commonly in
Uganda, yes. Basebo ne banyabo bannayuganda bannange balamusiza nnyo era njagala kwebaza bannayuganda bonna abakedde ne mugenda mu bifo ebironderwamu oba polling stations nga bwe twabalambika bwe twabategeeza nti polling stations zino kugulwawo ssaawa emu y'okumakya. Naye twafunye amawulire nti ebitundu ebisinga obungi obuuma bwaffe oba buno obukakasa oba ne bumanyiira omulonzi oba balonzi tebukola lw'ebintu byuma bya kalimagezi webityo wembeera eriwo. Naye ne tusalawo nti lw'okuba nti ssemateeka agamba nti rekodi oba ekintu ekikulu nnyo ku polling station ye register. Ate buli polling station eina register y'abalonzi, mulimu ebifaananyi ebiri mu langi, ebifaananyi by'omulonzi, amannya ge, enamba y'obulonzi, ekifo kibumwabeera na polling station walondera. Kati ne tusalawo twasazeewo nga kakiiko nti okulonda kugenda mu maaso nga tuweeyambisa registers ezo. Abalonzi bwe banatuuka ku polling stations bw'onoobozze nakapapulako ka voter allocation slip oba ndangamuntu yo bajja kunoonya erinnya lyo mu register oba tozze nako oba tolina ndangamuntu ojja kweyanjula erinnya lyo bakakase nti ddala mu register wooli ate gwe kennyini kubanga bajja kutunda ku kifaananyi balabe ne kiyenyi kyo banaakakasa nti yegwe bakuwa kapapula ogende olonde okateeke mu bokisi. Abantu baffe ba technical people oba ba engineer tugambe ba engineer bwe batyo bagezaako okukola kyonna okulaba nti batereeza obuuma buno mu bifo bwe butakola oba bwe buganya okukola. Nga kakiiko we regret mu Luganda bwe tatya twejjusa ebibaddewo nti ngwe ebitwali tusuubira akuuma kano okukozesebwa bukola tebisobose lw'ensonga etali emu. Naye tugamba nti okutwalira wamu obuuma obutakola tekijja kugaana abannayuganda okulonda kubanga ssemateeka gamba nti obuyinza buli mu bantu ate balina obukozesa nga balonda bakulembeze baabwe be baagala. Nolwekyo nga kakiiko tugamba nti yadde obuuma buganye kukola naye okuba nti register buli polling station erina register y'abalonzi oba enkala y'abalonzi okulonda kujja genda mu maaso ate kujja genda mu maaso mu mateeka. Naye kyetukubiriza ba presiding officers amateeka gagamba nti omulonzi bw'aba amaze okukakasibwa n'abweba kalulu n'alonda gwe presiding officer oteekako katiiki ku linnya lye mu register ekiraga nti yamaze kukola ki yamaze okulonda. Ate nekirala ba agents abali polling stations mukakasize ddala nsuubira nti ba candidates bawadde ba agents baabwe registers za polling stations ba agents babana kasiza nti ono mulonzi era mu register wali. Ekyokusatu nti omuntu wamala kulonda aja genda oli omwami oli asembayo oba mukyala ku polling station ayina bwino amuteeko bakunjala oba ku kinkumu ekikakasa nti yamaze okulonda. Kakati ba presiding officers era tuweereza bubaka nga tubagamba nti omulonzi yenna bw'abajja ku polling station sooka okebera enjala ze oba engalo ze olabe oba kuliko inki yonna eraga nti yalonze. Naye ffe tugamba nti omukutwalira wamu ekyokukozesa register yokka kiri mu mateeka. Obuuma ekigendererwa ky'obuuma kyali nti okuyamba okukakasa nti gundi mulonzi ku polling station eno ate kyangu y'omulimo gw'okukakasa nti gundi ono mulonzi wano ate n'okugira oba okugaana oli bwagezaako okujja okwongera okukuba kalumundi gwokubiri ekimugaana. Ekyogamba nti omuntu ayinza okuva wano n'agenda Empigi oba alondedde wano Kawempe South n'agenda Kawempe North nti n'alonda omulundi gwokubiri ssebo nyabo erinnya lyo liri mu Kawempe register ya Kawempe North yokka si mu Kawempe South oba ku Mpigi. Nolwekyo kyogamba nti olwokuba nti obuuma tebuliiwo nolwekyo abantu kisoboka nti bajja genda balonde wanu wali na wali nedda. Era ba agents ba candidates kemanyi basindise ba agents baabwe buli polling station gwe mulimu gw'aba agents ogwo tubadde tubakutegeeza okuva emabega ti ba agents be bakalabalaba ba agents be bakuuma biki ebigenda mu maaso ebikwata ku interests za candidate we. Naye kye tugamba ba Uganda bannange muleme kweraliikirira weewaawo obuuma twabuleeta nga tusuubira nti bugenda tuyamba naye mu mateeka okulonda kusikya asobola genda mu maaso era ne tubeera n'akalulu k'amazima n'obwenkanya ate nga ka mirembe. Mwebale. Let me tell you this. One,
Chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Justice Simon Byabakama, clarifying on an issue that had come up where the biometric voter verification machines in some parts of the country were not functioning. He said, well, voting should continue because by law we have the voters register, which is stipulated in the law. So as long as someone's name is there, and of course you mentioned other measures that really verify why still, even in the absence of these machines, we can use the register. But also clarified that voting will not extend beyond 4 p.m. because of the delays that have been caused. He said once it clocks 4 p.m. and you're on the line or in the queue, you'll be allowed to cast your vote, even if the line is as long as whatever we can say, and voting ends at 5. What will happen is at 4 p.m. voting will close. The last person on the line must vote as long as it is 4 p.m. Now, how usual it is done, once it clocks 4 p.m., the polling constable goes and lines behind the last person on that queue, a sign that nobody else is allowed to join the queue. So wherever you are, do not think of the delay. Now I'll be going to Robert Onyango, who is at Kalo Primary School in Rakitura, where His Excellency is expected to cast his vote.
Well, good morning once again, Robert Chirabo and the viewers of UBC TV. Hello, Uganda. It is the 15th day of January 2026. Rather, we are coming to you once again from Karo High School here in Kiruhura district. This is the polling station where the head of state, also the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, will be casting his vote for presidency and that of the two members of parliament for this district of Kiruhura. A few moments to come, I think we are not left with more than 5 minutes or 10. The head of state will be getting in here, and those are the images, I guess, you, our viewer, seated in your dining room, watching from your shop or from your offices. But of course, it is a public holiday. We expect you to be at home, relaxing, but as you follow the proceedings of this noble exercise, it is a historical day in the history of Uganda because leadership is what shapes our country, and this is what exactly we are waiting for here here as the president comes in here to cast his vote, and of course joining the many Ugandans who have already voted here at Karo High School. I said and I repeat, it is a polling station. There are 2 polling stations here with a voting population of 997, and that includes the head of state. As we wait for him, we just want to prepare you that indeed voting across Kiruhura district is so far from what we have gathered through our sources on the ground is moving on well. But of course, even in western Uganda, say the districts of Kazo, Kiruhura, the district we are speaking through, then when you talk of Mbarara, Ntungamo and the rest, voting so far we have not got incidents of disruption somewhere, but of course we'll be getting the details as soon as they get into our eyes and ears. Just to brief and prepare you that indeed every Ugandan has taken it upon him or herself to raise up, to walk up and go and vote. I mean, those only registered voters. For you who didn't get chance or an opportunity, for those who said this is not part of me, I don't care. Of course, I know what you are feeling now. You are just even regretting that. I wish I am a registered voter. I would be today going to vote for that leader I want. But of course, it is a process which was given to you. It was an opportunity which was at free cost to just raise up, stand up, go and register and make sure that in the end of the day, you are part of the many Ugandans who are over 21 million who are voting the leaders who will be leading us at different levels of leadership in the coming term of office. That is 2026 and 2031. That is what is coming here and what is happening here as we wait for the president. Voting, Robert and our viewers, is ongoing. They are not waiting for the president. Now on your screens, the president is just behind me, and this is the beginning of what has brought us here to see how the president casts the vote. But he will be casting it just like any other normal Ugandan, a registered voter. He will be taken through the processes of voting, verifying that he is a voter, and at the end of the day handed 2 ballot papers. That is the one for president, and he chooses among the 8 candidates who he wishes to see that he leads Uganda. But of course, as a candidate and a contender, we expect he will choose himself as a capable person, a capable Ugandan who is going to lead Uganda again in the coming 5 years as the president of the Republic of Ugandans. Our viewers, as soon as the president closes up here, I'll be muting this sound, then I give you what exactly you want to see. Our viewers, and on your screens is now the arrival of the head of states, the president of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, arriving here at Karo High School polling station, where he is going to cast his vote, seeking for another term, which is the 7th term as the head of state. The president is now there. Over to you, our viewers. Enjoy the rest of this broadcast as it comes to you from Rwakitura in Kiruhura district.
That is Kalo Primary School in Kiruhura district, where he is a registered voter. He's soon going to be casting his vote, and of course that will mean that His Excellency has fulfilled his constitutional mandate. Every Ugandan of age of voting, it is your right to participate in choosing who your next leader is. Now, of course, we can see that there are quite other people at the polling station also who have come to cast their vote. Today is a big day in our history, the 15th of January, where again Ugandans have gone to the polls to elect their member of parliament, that is district woman member of parliament, the directly elected member of parliament, but also who will take on the mantle of governing this country for the next 5 years. There are 8 candidates in the race, and Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is the NRM candidate. We are bringing you live. That is His Excellency. They're checking for his name, then he will be given his about candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of the NRM. Yes, he's now a candidate of the NRM party, and of course is with other 8 people in the race. Who will take it at the end of the day? Remember, the law is very clear. Within 48 hours from the closure of polling, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission must have announced the winner of that election. So if you calculate, we have till Saturday around 4 p.m. that Justice Simon Byabakama, that is the time he has to announce who will have won this election. For members of parliament, that is at district level. Of course, the district turning officers will be able to announce who will be the winner. His Excellency clearly looking, I think that is the biometric voter verification machine. If I have heard it clearly, His Excellency trying it out there. However, Justice Simon Byabakama earlier on clarified or gave direction, issued a statement on that, that where these machines have become non-functional due to technicalities, voting should go on. Voting should go on because we have the voters register. And you should follow as long as someone is in the register. Then that person should vote, and we should not hold voting because the machines are not working. And we don't know what is happening there, but it seems His Excellency has something to, it seems the NRM presidential candidate has something to say there, either regarding the machine. Yes, we see him removing the hat. Let's wait and look. Now they're trying, let's see if they're trying to get, yes, that is the machine they are using as the president is going to vote. That must be working indeed. Well, that is exactly what is happening now. His Excellency in the process of casting his vote to take on Uganda for the next 5 years. Should Ugandans give him the mandate today? Because
everything was fine, but
That is candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of the NRM going to cast his vote. He's at the Benson, going to tick. And right now the president, he's making his choice. The candidate of the NRM party, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, making his choice on who will lead the country for the next 5 years. Since it is a secret ballot, well, the choice is not known to anybody because it has to be known to only you who is casting that ballot. He's now headed for the bucket to drop in his ballot paper after folding it vertically. He's folding it vertically, very carefully, and slotting it into the box. He's now heading for yet another basin, because 3 positions are to be voted today. That is the president, the district woman member of parliament, and the directly elected member of parliament. Now he's at the directly elected member of parliament. He's finished casting for the president, and there he heads for the box. He folds vertically and slots it into the box. One more to go. The president still heads for the final box. That is the district woman member of parliament. Of course, he's interacting. Oh, he's there now. They've ticked or marked his finger as a sign that he has voted. For every Ugandan, remember, after voting, you get that mark as a sign that you've cast your vote. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the presidential candidate for the NRM party, has finished casting his vote. Remember, voting started at 7 a.m. and will end at 4 p.m. Wherever you are, make sure you make it to the polling station in case you haven't, as long as you are a registered voter like His Excellency. By 11:25, he had arrived at Karo Primary School in Kiruhura district, and he's going to be speaking to some residents there. I can see a mic given to him, addressing the people. Candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of the NRM party is going to be addressing the people that are at that polling station where he has just finished casting his vote. All is being prepared for the president to address the people.
Kana kanjiro nyekanimpango nimpango yekanimpango togoga tinga gandi mbente Togoga hati nyagaga nimbete. Togoga hati nyanga gobshedi. Naga kare nyamakana mhago. Nakajajiro nyekanipango. Akabashwe bomufunga, akabashwe bomufunga izoba, kabashwe weho mityo yene, kabatara murungi cyambamba. Inakari kanimpango, inanchuche kanimpango, inabana kanimpango, inabakaikuru kanimpango, gambi sampimbi kanimpango, inabagursi kanimpango, kagabirwe ibiri kanimpango, nakajagiro kanimpango.
I want to thank all of you, the rumor mongers, you know, we village people, we are not used to people who don't work, because either you are a farmer of crops or cows, or a fisherman, or you have got a Omoga. Omoga is like a blacksmith, carpenter, and so on. This is our our tradition. But recently we got some new people who say their job is to look for news. Can you imagine? Omuntu takola lya bw'anoonya orugambo. But it's modernity, so we are accepting it. So I'm happy to meet you because I've discovered that aborugambo nabo balina omugaso. Kubanga bajja eno ne batwala eri. Singa batwala ebituufu nagwo omulimu si kyansonga. Naye nze nalemera mu kulunda n'okulima. So I congratulate Ugandans for getting up early this morning because I was following by 5-6 people were up. Now they had a problem of these voter verification machines. They are working because I voted by it, as you saw. You were all there. First of all, it did not accept my fingerprints because I think maybe when they took them, they had a different angle if you don't put them properly. But when they put my face, you saw the machine recognized me. Now, this has been the struggle of NRM since 1960. Because long before your parents were born, I was around and already active. And we have been having a problem of from that time. UPC was cheating that time. Kawaka Yaka. I was in DP. DP was not so much inactive. It had other problems. Therefore, the elections of 1961-62 were really not fair, not accurate. At that time, they were voting in enclosed Sakati, where they would have an enclosure, a Kasharagati. Where you go and you take a loan, and then they would have each party had its own box. Then you had so it was really not serious. We never had elections again from 1962 to 19. Is there no shade somewhere? Because I'm enjoying the rumor mongers. I want to talk to them more. There's no shade here where you can. Aroka Bundaho. Okay, Toa. You rumor mongers, you are the ones who brought yourself, so I'm going to lecture you. So we never had elections again for 18 years, no elections, until 1980. Now, before the elections of 1980, we told our people, please, can we remove all these shades? Because in 1962, you had multiple voting, somebody could vote many times. You had ballot stuffing, somebody could just bring papers and put them there. you didn't have registers which you were sure of, and the voting was in a Bisakate, in enclosure. So we said, please, can we discuss how to vote accurately? They didn't want. They just wanted elections, and they cheated. And we told them that if you cheat, we are going to fight. That's what happened. So when we defeated those groups, we started with lining up. 1989, because that lining up was Ukakasanti. These are your real people. To remove the other issue of ballot stuffing, remove the issue of multiple voting, remove the issue of dead people also voting, because if you are dead now, you don't have time to line up. You can't come to line up. So it worked well, 89, the lining up. But when we went to the CA, they said, no, we must go back to, because the lining up had the issue of people seeing that you didn't vote for me, and it could have some parana. So that's why when we came to 94, 96, we went back to secret ballot. But we put these measures, which you still see. Have one ballot paper. Don't have separate ballot papers, so that the pictures of the candidates are all on one paper, as you saw. Secondly, have one ballot box. Thirdly, tick privately, but where all people are seeing, so that they see that you have ticked only one paper. Fourthly, have agents of candidates, agents. Let them be there to see, because all these were not allowed. In the 1962, it was not allowed. You were not allowed to have agents. It was up to the Electoral Commission people. Then count immediately after voting, because that was also another issue. In 1962, they would take the boxes from here to Mbarara. It would take like a week taking the boxes. They would count there, you are not there, then they just announce. So here we said, count and announce immediately after the elections. Now, so this was like, we thought it would eliminate cheating. And it can, but it depends on one thing, vigilance. The agents to really be vigilant. But many times the agents are not vigilant. They are not vigilant. So still, like in the last election, opposition infiltrated 2.7 million votes. Those votes which they say opposition got were not. They never got those votes. They were infiltrated by the opposition. They printed 1 million votes on Nkrumah Road, and brought another 1.7 from Dubai. It's a fact. We got these facts, but afterwards. So that's why all this time we have been saying, no, let's go electronic, biometric. Capture the fingerprint and the face. Yes, you will vote manually, like you saw me voting, but after the machines have confirmed that I am the one, and that I will vote only once, I'm not allowed to. Now, so this machine works, as you saw. But some people feared it, didn't want it to work. Some people feared it. Some people feared the machine. They fear the machine. They don't want the machines to work. So this morning, being a guerrilla, I get up early. I'm not like you people who kondeza. You know kondeza? Who kondeza. Abaganda balina ekigambo ekyo bannange. To oversleep.
Amalowooza agali eno bagamba nti kuba kufuluuta.
That is snoring. To oversleep.
Bagambye kuba kuwoomereza. Nti okubulizaako.
ngenda kumugamba Kabaka Mutebi Abaganda mazike ekyoli nyankole. Okondeza is a clear, so I don't kondeza. So 6:30 I rang Todwong. Todwong was up there in Nwoya. I was checking about our agents, my agents. They must be here. My don't call them, leave them, they are on duty. I was checking, have my agents arrived? Said yes, some of them have arrived. This was like 6:30. Many of them have arrived, but we now have a problem of the machines. What is the problem? The software, this and that and that and that. Then I checked now with the Shiba, engineer Shiba. I hear stories about the machines. Then Shiba said the machines have no problem, but the people some people in the Electoral Commission delayed to bring their biodata, what they call biodata, so that it is entered into the machine. So that machine can only be operated by somebody whom it has already been allocated. He's the only one who can open it. Otherwise, if Yoweri Museveni, a very important man, president, general, if I come and try to open it, it will not accept me. It will say, sorry, sikumanyi. So somebody in the Electoral Commission delayed to send the picture. Whose pictures were sent? Who opened this machine here? He's there, but he's on duty. Don't divert him. So, what is his name? Akampa Sara. When was she recruited? Maybe our big woman here can brief us. The machine operator, give her Mzindaro. Come. Ukienda kumzindaro.
She's coming.
They will bring it here.
Your Excellency, thank you for that question. The polling officials were recruited beginning on 22nd of December 2025. Throughout, we took them through the recruitment process until 2nd of January of this year, when we started the trainings. We trained them for 5 days consecutively. As of yesterday, Your Excellency, we were still training as a refresher to remind them in case they forgot, because we are dealing with a machine. We took them through yesterday countrywide, and they were ready to work.
Okay. So, but the machine to work had to be operated by the one who has already explained that one.
Yes, for the biometric voter verification kit to work, first of all, it is used by 2 officers, the operator and the presiding officer. For it to work, you must assign them before they can use it.
Assign them how?
You take their particulars, their national identity card, NIN, and their biodata. So we submitted at the district level to the Electoral Commission headquarters IT, and they assigned them to the machines.
They integrated them?
Yes, Your Excellency.
And that's why the machine is accepting them?
That's why they are able to use the machines.
Are you part of that, or you are a bigger woman?
I am a returning officer of the district.
So for you,
but I supervise them, sir.
So you are not among the openers.
I'm not among the operators, Your Excellency.
So what happened was that some people in the Electoral Commission did not send the particulars of the operators to the machines. So I checked, they are saying that some of them, even by this morning, had not sent their biodata by this morning. Some were sending by 9. Was this deliberate? We are going to check that. So when I started checking by 8, 9, people started ringing me. The machines are working in a few places, in other places they are not working. So the Electoral Commission proposed, and I had to support it, because people have gathered from morning, from 7, that we vote manually, because it was not correct for people to just go home. But the machine works. So there must be, we are going to find out why there was a delay by people to send the biodata to the machines. I know people who cheat, the opposition. Last time they got 2.7 million votes by cheating. But this time we are also very, very alert. Although the machines have not worked well, we have got other measures which we are following up. So this is, since you are rumor mongers, this is not a rumor, these are true stories which I have told you. I can answer a few questions. Abakuza kutera uburundi barabakuriye tanaelewa nta abantu bejabe abantu baza kutera karabuna okay. Oh.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'm by the names of Robert Onyango. I work with UBC. Congratulations, first of all, for having gone around the entire country for 3 months, canvassing for votes. It has not been an easy journey. We saw you under the sunshine, under the rain, but you finally managed and made it to where we are today. Your Excellency, this is the 7th time you are casting the vote under this arrangement, where as a country, Uganda, we choose leaders at all levels. Though we have started with these 2 categories. I'm just removing or setting aside the 1980 elections, which you have always disputed. That's why I have not made it 8. But on the bottom line, Your Excellency, what kind of president have you voted for today? One you'd wish to lead Uganda in the coming 5 years, looking at the demands of our society where service delivery, security, peace, and the rest is a core principle of which the NRM party, which you lead, is running and intending to run the next government. And probably, if you wanted supporters like members of parliament and local leaders, to the voters who have not yet voted, which kind of leaders can they send to you so that you work with them in the coming 5 years? Your Excellency, I will not limit it to there, but just give me 1 second. You have insinuated about what happened in the last elections in 2021. If you can just add it on this, my one question. Are you ready this time round to accept the outcome of this election, just in case the opposition once again rise up and manipulate the exercise, as you have always alluded? Thank you, Excellency.
Well, if we had known the manipulation in time, we would have challenged it. But we came to know about it later. We came to know about it post-mortem. But this could be one manipulation. We are going to study more. Like this one here, we're going to find out why, what was the problem. Because I have voted with the machines here, I put my Ugandans all over the world, listen to what I have done here. I'm a good experiment. I'm a good guinea pig. I put my right chinkumu, that's what they call thumbprint. The machine did not accept it. I put my left, it did not accept it. Why? It could be that when we took them, we used a different angle. When you put an angle, it may. But the real decisive factor was the face. My face was accepted by the machine here. So the machine works. And the reason we added the machines, the face, was because people had argued that Africa's thumbprints are eroded by holding the hole. Because they hold the hole that the marks may not be clear. So that's why we added the face. So we don't know whether this was just oversight or part of the manipulation. But we shall study even all the other factors, because we are following so other factors. Now, regarding the president I voted for here, and the member of parliament I voted for people who believe in patriotism. Remember, I've been telling you that. Because as you can see here, all these people here are wealth creators. We don't have many parasites here. Most of the people are wealth creators. They create wealth by cows for milk, cows for beef, and bananas. But these people don't buy my milk. And I also don't buy theirs. Why? Because we have the same products. So who buys our milk? People of Kampala, people like Onyango in Kampala there. They're the ones who buy my milk, who buy my beef, who buy my bananas. So when you see this Banyankwe with the Mabati, with the brick houses, the money they are using to build their wealth is from Uganda. So that's why we say, you people who are not parasites, love Uganda. Why? Because you need it for your own good. nze omuntu bwakwata ku Uganda nfiirawo awo nfiirawo kulwaki kubanga Uganda ke kasiyani kange kwendiira munange bwolaba nzimba ennyumba ennungi wano ndi kisajja kigaga ndi awo nange temunyooma but ebyo byonna because of Uganda. Even in the 1950s, when I went in the school system, I was supported by 3 people, and none of them was a Munyankore. There was a man called Warisimbi Mpanga from Kampala who was buying cows and taking them to Kampala for slaughter. He was a Muganda man. Yagulanga ente zaffe natusasula kaguta nampeerera mu ssomero. Then there was another Kiganda man kinene bwe kiti Kisiraamu from Barara called Bukenya. Yagulanga ente zaffe nazireeta mu Barara mu katale waawo. 1956, a Mzungu called Share came and started buying our cows, taking them to Kirembe. Kirembe yali etandise. So you can imagine in the 1950s, I went to school because of Uganda buying my cows, my father's cows. So when you say, whom did you vote for? Me, I want the one who loves Uganda. When you come and you tell me about Badama and who are the Onyangos? Basamia?
Yes, Your Excellency, I'm with Samia.
So, Fengaba Samia, Fengaba Ganda, Fengaba Nankole. Zinkugambira nti sitani nvaako. Genda. So this is the one I have voted for, the one who believes in Uganda. But also, the one who believes in Africa. Because even Uganda is not enough. If you see our production now, so big, this milk, these people here, production of milk is 5.3 billion liters. The internal market is only 1 billion. So if we do not have East Africa, this business would have collapsed. This is the economy of milk. So kata wetugambira nti Pan-Africanism. Love Africa. Why? Because you need it. So I vote for those. The ones who says Fengaba Ganda, Fengaba Nankoda, Ndumunyankole dala, I like my culture. Ndumukugumu culture, naye ebyange private. For politics, it is Uganda, it is Africa. Let's have 3 other questions and I go to Mvemboruga mugende kukola ebyo kana korugambo kavaawa govaawa nkaligaru kunjiraka. Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Adam Mayambala, and I work for NBS TV. My question is, over the 90 days of your campaign, a lot of issues have been raised from the locals and a lot of promises that you have made. But what is the most critical concern that you see in Uganda that you're going to start with if Ugandans entrust you and vote for you today? And secondly, ku nsonga y'obuuma tubaye twagala president maybe otunyonyoleko mu Luganda abantu baffe abawansi basobole otegeera kyobadde onyonyola.
Oluganda manda gaweddemu. Now, Uganda is very rich now. There are very many rich people. there are about maybe 70% of the homesteads who are in the money economy. That's how, when you go to the supermarkets, many of the products are coming from Uganda now. Sugar is from Uganda. It used to come from other places. Milk is from Uganda. Beer is from Uganda, mwawatamivu. Some, even some of the cloth, like this one here, what I'm putting on, cement from Uganda, mitayimbwa from Uganda. So there's a lot of wealth which has come up. In commercial agriculture, manufacturing, services and ICT, I'm a hotel, very many hotels. Transport, Mbaraba, borders, what have you, there are so many. So that one have responded very well. That's why our exports have gone up, coffee. We are now earning more than $13 billion in export earnings. Now our export earnings are now higher than our import bill. We are importing less than we are exporting. But there is about 30% of the people who are still who are still outside the money economy. These are the ones now we need to deal with. And I'll name into Ngabitano. First of all, obwavu. Abagaga webali, naye n'abavu webali. So poverty. That's why these programs, PDM, all those will be intensified and monitored. Secondly, education. Abana babo kusoma. Abana babana kusomera bwerere. Free education. We've been having problems. Bano banasoma ko abombyaro tebafayo nnyo kubasoma. So this time really I went to the Bazukuru to support me, and we really implement free education in government schools. Then Amadagala Marwaro, there's a problem there which must be sorted out. Immunization is doing well. Amadagala Marwaro Garnechizu. Then the other issue would be water for drinking and for production. Many people are now doing under PDM. They are doing Jenkoko, Zomchiyumba, Embizi, Embuzi. So they need water near the house. So water is number 4. Then finally, the corruption. Corruption is a big issue. And it creates injustice. Then there's the issue of land evictions. Chibataka. That's another big issue. For the smaller people, I'm able, I am informed, I can hire lawyers so I can defend my land. But the smaller people have a problem. And then finally, Engudo, Zombiaro. Those roads must be, the tarmac roads must be kept well, and the Maram roads also must be kept passable. Two final questions.
Your Excellency, nze ngenda kubuuza mu Luganda. Yenze Mukibi Jamiru Kyabasinga. Nkola ne Delta TV tukole. Tukuyozayoza Your Excellency gy'otambulidde yonna eggwanga lyonna ng'ofeffetta akalulu akanaakuzza mu ntebe ekisanja kyo ekirala ekyamazima kampeyini eno obadde tokuba bukubi kampeyini wabula obadde otambula osomesa abantu.
Yes, siri mu kampeyini ibi byamwe
obadde osomesa abantu
munkorera ki? What I'm the one who is menyeka kulwamwe. So I go to help you to see for yourselves, not me. Me, I need nothing from you. Sina kinetaga byonna mbiri na wano.
Tukuyozaeza, Your Excellency.
So when I go to see such a large crowd of my people to say, oh yeah, what? God will not like it. When I get a chance, mbasomesa.
Your Excellency, tuli wano bannamawulire twatambula naawe okuva eruweero nga tukwetegerezera okunoonyereza okwo kwenkugambye tukukoze wamu. Bannamawulire abatambula naawe okuva eruweero bakusaba nti ng'akalulu waneeno kawedde basooke bakusinkanemuuko bongere okukulaga ebyenjawulo bye balabye mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebyenjawulo.
I will love that. I will take you either Tikisozi or Wakitura nembatira sedume nemulya enyama.
Babadde bakusaba nga tebannaddayo Your Excellency Kampala obasinkanemu. Akasembayo Your Excellency, osuubira akalulu kano okwolaba nga obadde onyumiza bunyumiza bantu obasomesa busomesa ogenda kukawangalira ku percentage ki?
If there is no cheating, 80%. So that's why we must stop ballot stuffing. Because even the other time it was they said 58%, but actually it was much more than that. NRM Real has been all the time winning above 70% from 1996. Now you Kuboko, if we don't Kuba, it distorts. If we don't stop the Kuba, it distorts the figure. Asembayo.
Your Excellency, Sansokula Bakosebo. Katonda tumwebaza nti akukuumye paka kati ku lunaku lw'okulonda. Your Excellency, nze nsooka okwebaza nti owadde abaana ba social media naddala boyita ab'olugambo tutambuza enjiri ya NRM era ab'opposition bonna twababikka. Museveni yali ku social media, TikTok, Twitter ne YouTube. Ekibuuzo kyange kiri nti taata nsaba kubuuza era onziremu. Muzeeyi oli punctual, nze wansobera. Muzeeyi bw'ojja mu kalulu ojja bukyali okusomesa abantu bo. Naye bwe ziwera 11:45 muzeeyi ng'aga musajja w'ekikoofiira oyo nga tumanya asiibudde. Other people babeera bakyanoonya kalulu paka saa 12. Ekyo kikoze otya ate ng'oli w'amaanyi mu ggwanga? Thank you.
Kubanga I can answer that in English. Omanyi si kituufu or I mix. Si kituufu okutawanya abantu mbu waliwo byonoonya gwe. Kati nga bino ebyokubera kampeyini mu butale ogeze mu katale abantu bali ku nnaku yaabwe n'enyaanya naki bye batunda kati gwe nojja n'okola olukungaana mu katale. Isiriyale olaba tofa ku bantu abo tosobola kujja mu nnimiro yange entunga mu lusuku lwange n'okoleramu olukungaana nkufumitirawo ogenda mulambo. But these people, they don't care because lumuna yimirirako warwaka gye batundira eyo mu northern bypass. When you're coming from Nambole side, then you want to go to Mulago. There's some big, where they, I don't know what they call it. Yes, one day they were waving, I was excited and I stood, I regretted because they stampeded now and started trampling because these people are staying on the roadside. So really you have no right kubanga gwonna ebyonoonya okujja n'oyingira mu bulamu bwaffe ekitubeezaawo. So that's why we insist, if you want campaigns, go ebbali eyo, abagala kuwuliza byoyogera bagenda kusanga eyo. Ffe tuli wano tuli ku nnaku yaffe, tutunda ennyaanya, tuli ku byaffe. Bwe tuba twagala okujja eyo tugenda beera we tunaakusanga, naye si ggwe okujja mu kutulumba wano. Now coming to the time, because it is so unfair. These people are coming from far, the ones you are addressing. Yeah. They need to go back before darkness. Because you don't know, sometimes some of these areas have got some crime, some this. So why do you want to go beyond 6 o'clock? That's why we put it like that. Don't campaign at night, campaign early and go. So when you see people saying they don't care, it is because abantu abo bebalimu tibabafaako, babakozesa bukozesa, mumpagire. That's why they go for religion, mumpagire kubanga ni Protestanti, kubanga ni Mukatoliki, kati ebyo byakugenda mugulu. Kati ffe tuliko wano ebyaffe byawo n'enguudo, obwavu. Kati waliwo obwavu Obukatoliki banange n'Obusiraamu. You can see they are useless people. Bayingira mu bintu byebatalinamu byebatamanyi. So that's why they have no okulumirwa abantu. That's why they go for all those irrelevant factors, amawanga, edini, biki. So I can't go beyond 6 because singo mwana w'abantu agwa mubatemu ekiro addayo ava mu rwale ya Museveni. Songa siriwo okumuvuga kumutuusa awaka. If I had capacity to drive them home safely, we could stay up to midnight. Then afterwards we have vehicles to take them home. But they are going to walk back home on their own. And you don't see that you should end. There's also darkness. If in case somebody picks your pocket, you will not see him in darkness. That's why I want people to go early, go away. Thank you so much. I'm dying really to have a whole day with my companions, the rumor mongers. Who have been with the old man with the hat. Come, you. Chino. Gana kumzindaro.
Owekitiibwa Nalongo Shamshad Nalujja nga mbeera Masaka. Nzaalibwa Masaka Seera. Ye.
Very good. Nalongo nabameka abalongo.
Nina abalongo ba mulundi gumu omulenzi n'omuwala.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Owekitiibwa Mr. Meet, ensonga ya meeting.
No, we shall organize. Let's first finish the elections. We are going to organize. I'm dying to meet you and talk with you. I will invite you to Rwakitura or Kisozi. We shall see which is better. Okay? Thank you so much. Kana katoka gamba ki? Kano kavaawa.
Your Excellency, nze Nakayenga Sharon, nga nkola ne Makula TV. Your Excellency, tusaba kulaba, tunabagenda Kampala.
Today, No, today we are busy. You are still around here?
Yes.
Fine, we shall organize. We shall organize. Okay, kare bazukuru. Thank you. We should thank this lady for hosting us. Tumubaza okutuchaza.
Well, that has been the President of the Republic of Uganda and also the presidential party flag bearer of the NRM party having a brief chat here with the 4th Estate shortly after casting the vote here at this polling station in Kiruhura district, that is in Rwakitura. The president has been loud and clear. You have heard what he intends to bring on table for the rest of Ugandans if entrusted with another mandate in the coming term of office, that is the 2025-2026. So the president has made it very clear that indeed in the coming term of office he will emphasize free education for all. This has been his argument throughout the entire campaign trail, that it is not wise to charge students or pupils during the process of when they want to acquire education. And he maintains that indeed he will ensure that corruption, which has derailed most of the service deliveries in government and public institutions, they will be in position to face it out completely. He has fought against corruption in this whole 40-year rule to ensure that Ugandans at the end of the day service delivery is at their doorsteps. And he is promising that fellow Ugandans, if you feel he is the best choice for you and entrust him with your vote today, then those are the key issues he will be focusing on in the coming term of leadership as the president of Uganda. Here at this polling station, much as the president was addressing us here, then voting was still going on. Voters are still lining up. If our cameras will dodge a bit to the other side where the polling station is. And just to give you an emphasis that this address has not been at the polling station. The president moved away from the polling station not to interfere with the exercise of voting. That's why even you hear him not inviting a few staffs whom he wanted some details from them. So long as he was told that they are going ahead with the polling exercise, they were spared not to be interrupted. Because at the end of the day, he's a candidate and this process must go on because it has a timeline of 4 p.m. as a deadline so that they close up and start up the tallying of results. Our viewers, I am made to understand we are even on Star TV, but of course, twagala just okujjukiza nti omukulembeze gwanga nga bw'omulabye essira asinze kuliteeka ku abo baalonze mubuziza nga nze ng'omuntu nti alonze mukulembeze wa kika ki mu kunnyonnyola kwe enkakaso tegedde bulungi nti ye ng'omukulembeze w'eggwanga nga candidate Museveni agambye nti alonze omuntu agenda okugatta Uganda atajja kutandika kukuliriza amawanga nebirala. So as we wait for his departure, we will just give you this synopsis to understand how other parts of the country are trying to vote. But of course, our general appeal as members of the 4th Estate is that indeed wake up from your bed, wake up from your dining table, wake up from your sitting room, go cast your vote. This vote, it might be one, but it will count at the end of the day. We are talking about over 21 million registered voters, but you are not part of them unless when you have moved to the polling station, which is supposed to take up this exercise where you were registered from and go cast your vote. For members of parliament, that is the constituency MPs and the direct members of parliament, as well as whom you think should lead you as the next president of the Republic of Uganda. We are talking about the term of office of 2026-2031. This is an exercise happening across the entire country, and by 4 p.m. rather of this Thursday, 15th January 2026, it will be closing up. Then results will be starting to trickle in to the National Tally Center. But the emphasis is, kindly, if you are a voter who is out there, you have been urged, not only the president here, but almost throughout the entire campaign season, we have been urged as Ugandans to continue agitating for peace. A peaceful country will always work for all of us. It's not going to work for candidate Museveni or someone else, but me and you, my brother, my sister, just put this at your mind that a peaceful country will work for all of us starting tomorrow. This is an election process. It will end by 4 p.m., but mind you, we shall go back to where we all belong, in regardless of our political colors. The colors should not divide us, but we should choose Uganda as something which will unite all of us, because we need it today, we need it tomorrow, and we need it in the future. Our children will need this country to enjoy the way we have lived in as brothers and sisters. So in whatever you do, in whatever you are planning to do, put it into your mind that this country must prosper. But the only way to go about it is to agitate, choose peace, so that we can still have a better tomorrow of this country called Uganda. The president is now taking up here. Well, he's just going to wave at the voters before he takes up his official car and he leaves this polling station. The images, I guess you are getting them on your screens, but since he's a candidate, he will not be allowed to speak to the voters, and that's how respectful he is. Like you have heard from him during his campaign, he has maintained, he has been so adherent to the rules and the plans of this game of politics. So that is what we are seeing today. I'm joined here by one of my colleagues who has been moving with us throughout the entire trail, and is a member of the 4th Estate working at the NRM Secretariat. And he will be just making a brief summary as we wind up this broadcast live from Kiruhura. How are you?
I'm fine. All the viewers, we are here in Rwakitura, and we want to take this opportunity to thank Ugandans. Thank you so much for supporting our president, our flag bearer, presidential candidate, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I am Hasasha Sovereign. I come from the NRM Secretariat in the Office of Communication and Publicity. We also want to take this opportunity to thank the 4th Estate, you people and all other media houses. Thank you so much for the good work you've done. You've really been on trail from October since our presidential candidate started up to now. Thank you so much. And all the viewers, all the Ugandans, we appreciate you. Thank you for supporting President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Our president has been here. He has casted his vote. Not only his vote, he even voted for MP, area member of parliament. So it is your duty to elect the next leader you want. So we want to take this opportunity to thank Ugandans and those ones who are voting, who are still voting. Vote for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And we believe with all your support, as we have conversed the whole country, we are going to win. And the president has assured us with 80%.
Well, thank you. And the president is now, well, the images on your screens is now the departure of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. They are waving to the 4th Estate, Aborugambo. We will keep it paused at this point, but of course this doesn't mean that we are not on ground. As UBC, as a national broadcaster, we have deployed across the entire country. You'll get minute-to-minute updates in as far as the 2026 presidential and parliamentary or general elections are concerned. On your screens, that is now the departure of His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, here from Karo High School grounds, where this morning he has cast the vote for presidency and that of members of parliament. For now, bye-bye. I'm Robert Onyango here in Kiruhura district in Rwakitura sub-county. It is my pleasure to say goodbye, and for the rest of you back at the broadcast house in Kampala, please let the fire, keep the fire burning.
Let's talk peace.
Praise the Lord, dear brethren. My name is Reverend Namara Betty. I am a curate here at All Saints Church in Barogreta. All of you know that on 15th this month, we have general elections. But my calling is that let us have elections with peace. Because we know that as Christians, we know that Christ is our peace. And we have to protect this peace. And again, as citizens of Uganda, it is our responsibility to choose leaders. So don't go home and sit down and say, mine is already done, I'm not going for elections because I'm a Christian, so I cannot go for elections. No, 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 no. You are a citizen of Uganda and we are allowed to go for elections. But my calling this time is that let us have elections, but with peace. Choose wisely, wait for God's working. We know that whoever God chooses will be the person that will be fit for our country.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. My name is Amanya Belinda. Allow me remind us that elections come and go. They are periodic. Every after 5 years, we have another set of election. But what remains is the fact that we are Ugandans and we are not changing that fact. So in this coming 2026 elections, may we remember that what unites us is the blood that runs through our blood vessels. So go vote whoever represents your aspirations, your views, your beliefs, and feel free to vote them respectfully and without any form of violence. I wish you all a great and deliberate election come this election season.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
My name is Anatol Kamugisha, the founder of Upright Projects. For these 40 years that peace and stability has brought in very many investors, where the business of real estate has been established, where a lot of prosperity in terms of real estate has been done, and we have enjoyed it because of peace and stability. Business is all having assurance of tomorrow. If there is no tomorrow, there is no business. Make sure you vote because it's your right to vote. Make sure you vote, and after voting, make sure you are mindful about peace, and so that peace can bring us continuity of going ahead with prosperity in our businesses.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
My name is Violet Atura, returning officer, Barara City Electoral District. We are in the period of elections. Next week on the 15th of January, we shall be going to the polls for members of parliament and the president. And we are calling upon Ugandans to keep peace because as a country, we really need to keep peaceful. Elections come and go, but we shall still need each other as Ugandans and move forward in peace.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I'm Butamanya Robert. I'm a businessman in Barara City. I would like to tell all Ugandans to vote a vote of peace. When the government has no peace, traders cannot benefit in their trading business. People are going to China, trading business to Uganda, and others from Rwanda, and others in other of the country. It's just you, your mindset, to know what you want. The first capital of yourself is peace. When you have peace, everything is possible. This is Uganda, whereby everybody has benefit, but we are benefiting when we have peace.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
We are into the political season. The atmosphere is highly charged. There is a lot of excitement everywhere you look. But elections come and go. We all remain the same people staying in this one country. We must prioritize peace. We do not want to witness violence. No one should be throwing stones. No one should be using inciting language or abusing others. No one should use a stick against a fellow citizen. No one should use bullets or even tear gas against citizens. Instead, we should sit as brothers and sisters, as Ugandans, and discuss issues that may appear different, one camp from the other. I look forward to seeing an NRM supporter sitting with an NUP supporter and taking coffee. I want to see somebody from Arua sitting down for a cup of coffee with someone from Bugisu, from Chigezi, from Buganda. Let's learn to tolerate each other, even when we have differences between us, because that's how we are created. We are not the same. What we should
appreciate is that we can all live together. Uganda is big enough for everyone. So we should respect one another. We should not incite violence. We should not in any way participate in anything that breaches the peace. That's my call to all Ugandans during this season.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. Hello everyone, my name is Crispus Arinitu. As we navigate through the election period, I want to encourage my fellow youth. Let's stay calm. Let's keep the peace. Uganda is our home, is our country. And if we destroy it, we'll have no other home.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I am called Anan John Balson. I'm LC1 Baspak B. On the 15th, we are going for election. Election is an occasion whereby we elect our leaders. So my appeal to the public is that election come and go. We should exercise a lot of peace. We should encourage our people to stay peaceful so that the election, whoever will win will go. Whoever doesn't win will stay around. Life continues after election.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I am Dr. Desmond Tudrale from Gulu. I am the Chief Executive Officer for Gulu Medical Imaging Consultants. Uganda is going into elections, and we are urging that every citizen should come for election in large numbers to come and choose their leaders. It is a democratic process. We vote for the leaders we wish for, and I urge all the citizens to avoid hate speeches and fighting over candidacy. I ask God to protect all the citizens to be able to see the new generation of leaders we are going to vote next week. God bless you all. God bless Uganda.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Hello, I'm called Eri Twineo Kamugisha. I am an economist. I am an author. I wish you good voting. I wish you a good day on the 15th of January, because that day is important for you and me, for my children, for your children, for our grandchildren. Prosperity is a choice, and we have to choose prosperity. Let's not forget history. Let's not forget where we were, where we came from, where we are now, and where we are going. Who will be the right driver politically to take us forward? Because we need an economy that will grow. We need regional integration. We need markets. We need security. You have seen almost most of our neighbors are in turmoil, political challenges, political instability. We don't need this. We need sustained growth. And we have seen that a country, when it has peace and security, can develop. Uganda has come a long way, and I wish that you vote rightly, because after January, the future is in your hands.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Now, as we draw close to the election day, I'd like to address you as critical stakeholders in the future of Uganda. As mothers of this nation, I call upon you to use your platform to promote peace. We are the cement that fortifies the house of Uganda. We can therefore protect the peace of our country, because one cannot raise dust on a cement floor. Therefore, if we learn to do what ensures that we get results, that is to pray to the loving, living God who has kept this country for close to 40 years in peace, then we will preserve the peace. If we say no to violence, then there will be no violence. God will give us the victory that will open doors for us from this day to know that we can be unstoppable.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
PDM, changing lives.
Oyulo Onesmus is
money, the PDM money. Since I'm waiting for another season now to begin, and I will sell at a good price. I'm hoping that I will eventually get a lot from the PDM. Now, out of these 4 sacks I have right now, they are selling at 300 per kilogram. I'm expecting to get 2.5 million Uganda shillings. And that 2.5 million Uganda shillings, I will again expend it. I will again use it to continue working and investing and reinvesting it into other activities. The 1 sack I sold, I rented 2 acres of garden, of which I'm expecting to plant that 2 acres out of the 1 acre that I've used. I'm now able to, I'm going to construct a second C, because I've been living in a plaster shed house. But now, of what I have now, from 0 level to 2.5 million, within 1 year or 2, I will be able to construct, and my life is going to be transformed into a better living of standard. So I appreciate and I thank very much the government of Uganda for the good services they are giving to the citizens of Uganda.
The community's appreciation for the leadership and vision behind PDM is overwhelming. Beneficiaries of the Parish Development Model Funds are appreciative of President Yoweri Museveni and the PDM leadership for their commitment to grassroots development.
I'm very thankful for the government of Uganda and His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for giving up uplifting us poor people from the low level of living to at least match the standard of the modern days. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The true measure of PDM's success lies in the stories of its beneficiaries. Each of these individuals has received 1 million shillings with a 2-year grace period. The Parish Development Model, commonly known as PDM, is a comprehensive framework aimed at uplifting communities through structured financial support and sustainable development initiatives.
My name is Mubaze Blair from St. Andrew Kagwagombe High School, and I'm a proud Ugandan, not for just one reason but quite many, but there's one that's outstanding. My reason is Uganda is the pearl of Africa. Like, do you know what it means, the whole continent being the pearl, like the center of everything? Because Uganda has a diverse biodiversity, the game parks, the wild animals, even the people themselves. They are the true pearl of Africa. We are so hospitable, we are so welcoming. Like, it's very hard for one to get stranded in Uganda. Like, how? That's why I'm a proud Ugandan.
Let's talk peace.
Grace Chankoko. We should get involved in the next elections, but we need a peaceful elections. Because without peace, there can't be development, there can't be any business, so we need peace. So we want to go into elections peacefully. We elect the president and the other leaders, but peacefully, so that the peace we have, we can maintain it, so that the development of this country can move on smoothly.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Hi and hello everyone, this is your girl Namgaya Halima Ngowi, proudly Ugandan, is what I always say, because I know you are also proudly Ugandan. And I mean, what better way to be proudly Ugandan than to make an amazing vote. Make sure that when that time comes, you are voting for the person of your choice. Understand that democracy is here because it is for us. It is our people. It is our everything. So as we go into this electoral season, make your choice, but do not, I repeat, embrace elections, embrace voting. Do not fight one another. Do not be biased, because at the end of the day, we are all Ugandans. Let's have a peaceful election. Let's go through this electoral process very well. We are young people. At the end of the day, people are going to leave, but we are going to stay here because we are the Ugandan. To be proudly Ugandan is to be in position to protect that belongs to you. So do not forget, when that time comes, let's all be peaceful, and when the elections are done, we shall still be here.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I'm urging all youth, I'm urging all Ugandans, please, let's have a peaceful elections this time round. Let's vote peacefully. After voting, let's walk back home. Let's protect our gains. Let's be peaceful. Please, let's gather in numbers. Let's go and vote peacefully. Then we go home peacefully. Thank you.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
My name is JB Magezi, the General Manager of YPA, the biggest goatkeepers in East Africa. Peace and stability are the two major factors that determine the fate of any business. Every businessman from whichever country would want to invest their money in a country that has both peace and political stability. As we head to our 15th day of January 2026, I urge each and every youth around to go and vote, because that single vote will still determine the fate of Uganda, tomorrow's Uganda. We are all Ugandans and we all have that right to vote. But putting in our minds that we are voting for peace and stability, for the better Uganda, the better future, and the better businesses, both locally and internationally. I, as JB Magezi, and on behalf of YPA, we vote for peace and stability. I wish you all the best as we prepare ourselves for 15th January 2026.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Fellow youths of Uganda, my name is Twekambe Kabaruli. I am the National Secretary for Publicity and Information of all students in this country. The election period is here. It is time for you to choose the kind of leader that you need to have. Please, make it peaceful. You all know that this is our motherland. There's no country we call home other than Uganda. Please, don't be swayed to go in for violence, because nothing thrives without peace and security. I encourage you to make it peaceful. Thank you.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace. Talk peace. Wherever you may be. Let's talk peace.
Nkubiriza abadriver bannange ne bakondakta namwe mwenna abakolera ku paaka eka nti bwe tuba tusawusawa eri okulonda tukuume emirembe. Ne wekubanga nti ayisemu si ewuwo kuuma emirembe.
What I understand by peace is maybe connecting together or unity together without quarrels, without bad attitude. Yeah.
Tewalikyengenda bagamba kyamanyi just n'omuntu alina emirembe okulonda oyo gwawuliriramu emirembe.
All from one family. The beautiful part of Africa, yeah. Uganda. Let's talk peace. Wherever you may be. Let's talk peace. Uganda, talk peace. 256.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Bana betu erikania omwabuhoro bakamanyisa yende tukayakoma kulekerwa na mwala wenyu habwa satasiro mpate yolemo tubyo mwabuhoro tukome buhoro. Let us talk peace.
When you chop up this life,
when you're casting your
bw'omala okulonda kuuma emirembe.
when you get on your knees.
Say what?
Just pray for peace.
Yeah, woo. Come on, everybody, let's all get down. From the north to the southwest, east, around town.
Our call to you, dear brothers and sisters, to the people of Kasese, let us choose to be our brother's keeper. Similarly, accept results with dignity.
I promise it'll be okay when we talk peace. Hey.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
I am the Most Reverend Dr. Stephen Samuel Kazimba Mugaru, the 9th Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, but also Chair Council of Presidents for Intelligence Council of Uganda. It is your God-given opportunity to go and elect your leaders. Some people are wondering whether this is just a constitutional right. Not only that, it's a biblical mandate from Proverbs chapter 18, verse 18. The Bible says, casting a vote settle disputes. So casting a vote is biblical and it's God-given. Now I want to call upon all Ugandans. In the morning, wake up, go and vote, because it is your God-given mandate. But also I want to invite that people, everybody, we keep the peace, because peace is very, very important. We belong to different parties, but we are Ugandans. We should remember that voting or elections is just an event. It's a seasonal thing for this particular time, and once it's done, we put leaders in place, and then life must continue. No reason of hating, no reason of promoting hatred or even fighting. And I want to call upon the security agencies, please do your job of protecting the people, so that after the end of it all, we'll come back as Ugandans.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chigs Ismail Chagulanyi. I'm a responsible Ugandan and a youth. And as we all know that we are in the season of elections, I would call upon all the youth and all Ugandans to have a peaceful election. The reason as to why we call for a peaceful election is because when we vote at peace, it simply means that our families, our friends, our people, our businesses will all stay at peace. But the moment we have any violence in this election, it means there will be violation in all the other things. Our friends will be violated, our businesses will be violated, our families will be violated. So I call upon a peaceful election to every Ugandan, to all the youth in Barara, and all Ugandans at large. Thank you so much.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
Let's talk peace.
My name is Ali Romara. I've been a leader in this country at the level of a minister, and I have interacted a lot all over the country on the issues of human rights and governance. We have entered the political season leading to general elections in 2026. Historically, the problems of election in this country have revolved around issues of violence. And we, from the building Synergy Uganda, a group of elders, want to send a very clear message that there is no path for violence for a proper democracy to exist in our country. Violence destroys, violence stops the will of the people to be expressed. So I call upon each and every one of you in all parts of the country to know that we need to learn to exist. We need to learn how to express our opinions without insulting people, without intimidating people, without violence, as a matter of a general approach to our election.
Tuongeye, let's talk peace.
PDM, changing lives.
Oyulo Onesmus,